Hello and welcome to Alisa English Podcast. I'm Alisa and I'm thrilled to be with you today. Let me ask you a simple question. Do you ever feel stuck trying to make full English sentences when you speak? You know the words, you understand the grammar. But when it's time to speak, it's just one word, two words, then silence. Well, you're not alone. And more importantly, you can fix this. In today's episode, we'll talk about the key to speaking in full natural English sentences, step by step. We'll also go through simple habits you can build today to transform your speaking. So, ready to speak in full sentences like a confident speaker? Let's go! Let's answer a big question that many learners ask me, why you're stuck at one or two words. Have you ever found yourself in a conversation where all you can say is, yes, coffee, go school? If so, you're not alone. This is super common and completely fixable. Here's what's going on. Most learners get stuck like this because they're translating word by word from their native language. They're also thinking in broken grammar, trying to build sentences piece by piece instead of expressing full ideas. And here's the key point. Learning words is not the same as learning how to use them. You might know coffee, school, or go, but without structure, those words just float around. They don't connect into real communication. So the first step is awareness. Speaking English is not just vocabulary, it's expression. It's about sharing a thought, a feeling, a complete idea. Let me give you an example. Instead of just saying coffee, try, I usually drink coffee in the morning to wake up. That's a full thought, and way more natural. Or instead of go school, you could say, I go to school by bus every day. It takes about 30 minutes. These full sentences are made of simple words, but they feel confident, and they sound fluent. So what can you do? Start thinking in small sentences, not just words. Practice common expressions like, I'd love to, I'm not sure, but let me think. And use chunks, ready-made phrases, to speak more smoothly and naturally. Remember the idiom. You can't build a house with just bricks. You need a blueprint. Words are your bricks. Sentences are your design. And with practice, you'll move from one-word replies to full conversations. Up next, let's explore how to build those full ideas more easily with simple techniques anyone can use. Input. First, get full sentences into your brain. You can't produce what you haven't heard. So the best way to learn full sentences is to listen to them daily. Start noticing how natives speak. I'd love to, but I can't today. What do you usually do on weekends? It sounds interesting, but it's not for me. These are models. Copy them. Memorize a few each week. Your brain will start building full sentences on its own. What's more, use sentence starters. Now, this is one of my favorite tips. When your brain freezes and you don't know how to begin, sentence starters can rescue you. They're like the first step on a staircase. Once you take it, the rest becomes easier. Think of them as conversation tools, phrases you memorize and then complete with your own thoughts. And the best part? They make you sound more fluent and natural instantly. Let me give you a few powerful examples. I think that, simple but effective. I think that learning English online is really convenient. One thing I like about, great for sharing opinions. One thing I like about podcasts is that I can learn anywhere. The reason is because use this when giving explanations. The reason I started learning English was to travel more confidently. What I'm trying to say is, helps when you need time to organize your thoughts. What I'm trying to say is that practice really makes a difference. To be honest, adds emotion and truth to your speech. To be honest, I get nervous when speaking in groups, but I'm working on it. Each of these gives your brain a structure. It's like having a map, so you don't get lost halfway through your sentence. Here's a fun challenge. Pick one starter each day. Use it in a voice recording, in a journal entry, or during a conversation. You'll be surprised how quickly your speaking confidence grows. And remember the idiom, well begun is half done. If you can start your sentence smoothly, finishing it feels much easier. In the next part, we'll talk about how to stay calm and think clearly, even when the pressure is on. In addition to that, practice with real questions. If you want to speak naturally, you need to practice like it's real life. That means going beyond just memorizing vocabulary and actually using your words in realistic everyday situations. So, how do you do that? Easy. Start with real questions. The kind people actually ask. Not textbook questions like, "What is the weather in your country?" but questions that help you express yourself. Let's try a few together. What did you eat for lunch? Instead of just saying, "Chicken," try, "For lunch, I had chicken rice because it's quick and filling." See the difference? Now it's a complete idea, with a reason and personality. What do you do in your free time? Don't just say, "Reading." Say, "In my free time, I usually read or go for a walk to relax. It helps me clear my mind." Now that sounds like real conversation. These little additions, explanations, opinions, feelings, they make your English come alive. Here's a great tip. Make speaking part of your daily routine. Even just 5 minutes a day can move the needle. Right after breakfast, answer one question out loud. Record yourself. Listen back. Repeat the next day with a new question. You can even keep a journal of these questions and your answers. That way you'll build both speaking fluency and writing skills at the same time. And remember this idiom: practice makes permanent. The more you speak, the more automatic it becomes. In the next section, we'll explore how to create longer answers and build natural flow, without getting stuck or overthinking. The important technique is shadowing and repetition. And here's a great way to think about it. You're building your sentence muscle. Just like going to the gym makes your body stronger, repeating full English sentences makes your speaking stronger and smoother. So what is shadowing exactly? Shadowing means listening to a native speaker, from a YouTube video, podcast, or movie, and repeating immediately after them. No pause, no waiting. You copy their tone, rhythm, and even emotion. You're not just saying the words, you're imitating the music of the language. For example, you hear, "I'm not sure about that." You say, "I'm not sure about that." Same speed, same stress, same intonation. Then, here comes the repetition. Once you've shadowed a few times, say the sentence from memory. Do it again tomorrow, then again the next day. That's when your sentence muscle gets stronger, and English starts to flow from your mouth. Bonus tip: record yourself. Yes, it feels awkward at first, but it's gold. When you play it back, you'll hear what sounds natural, what doesn't, and most importantly, how much you're improving over time. And here's an idiom I love. Repetition is the mother of mastery. The more you repeat, the deeper those phrases stick in your brain. So don't just listen once and move on. Find short clips you enjoy. A scene from your favorite show, a motivational speech, even a TED Talk, and make it your personal English workout. Coming up, we'll talk about how to link this with thinking in English, so you don't just repeat, but truly own the language. What's more, use linking words to extend ideas. This is a game changer. If you've ever felt like your sentences are too short or choppy, like "I like pizza, it's tasty, I eat it," then this tip is for you. To speak fluently, we need to connect ideas, just like native speakers do. That's where linking words come in. They're small but powerful, like bridges between your thoughts. Here are a few of the most useful ones. Because, to explain a reason. So, to show a result. However, to contrast. Even though, to show contradiction. In fact, to emphasize or add detail. Let's look at some examples. Instead of just saying, "I didn't go to the party," you can say, "I didn't go to the party because I was feeling tired." Or take this one, "I enjoy hiking." Extend it to, "I enjoy hiking, however, I don't have much time these days." See how much more natural that sounds? You're not just saying words, You're expressing ideas in full. That's fluency. Here's a useful tip. When you learn a new linking word, write 2 or 3 sentences using it in different ways. This helps you internalize the structure and flex your sentence muscle. And remember the idiom. Don't just talk the talk, walk the walk. Using linking words is a step toward sounding more professional, more expressive, and more confident in English. So next time you speak, try to link your ideas. You'll go from speaking in short bursts to speaking in full paragraphs. And that's when real progress begins. Up next, we'll explore how thinking in full sentences can take your speaking to the next level. Stay with me. The final point is, don't worry about being perfect. Your grammar doesn't have to be perfect. Focus on fluency. Getting the idea out. The more you speak, the more natural your sentences become. Mistakes are part of learning. Be proud of your progress. Even one extra sentence today is a win. All right, we've just covered why it's hard to speak in full sentences and, more importantly, how to change that, with techniques like sentence starters, real speaking prompts, and shadowing. Before we wrap up, let's go over 5 useful words and idioms we use today, so you can use them confidently. The first word is filling, meaning makes you feel full, about food. Example, chicken rice is filling and quick. The second word is flow into, meaning to move smoothly into something. Example, sentence starters help you flow into ideas. The third word is extend, meaning to make something longer. Example, use linking words to extend your answers. The fourth word is sentence muscle, meaning the mental skill to speak full sentences. Example, shadowing helps you build your sentence muscle. The final word is prompt, meaning a question or topic to start speaking or writing. Example, try speaking for 1 minute using a prompt. That's it for today's episode on Alisa English Podcast. If you remember one thing, it's this: fluency comes from full ideas, not perfect words. Practice sentence starters. Shadow native speakers. Use real-life prompts. Your brain already knows the words. Now it's time to connect them. Thanks for joining me. I'm Alisa, and I'll see you next time. Until then, keep learning and keep speaking. Don't forget to subscribe and share this episode